Hey guys, here's Jarek from Plekvetica, and we are finally back after years at Greenfield Festival 2022 together with John Cooper from Skillet. Hi John.
What's up?
How are you?
Man, is it good to be back or what?
Oh yes, it is.
Oh man.
Absolutely. You guys arrived good. You were at Florida last.
Let's see. Well, we played Nova Rock last night.
Yeah. Okay. Nova Rock.
Yes.
Yes.
So it was a long drive.
Oh my God! You don't have time to visit a bit of Switzerland then?
No, not much. No, but we pulled in today, and this is the most beautiful concert I've ever seen.
Oh yes.
It's unbelievable.
Oh yes.
So I was taking videos.
Well, you have to come back, take a visit. We got so
yes.
many beautiful places, really.
I'm
And
sure.
we would be glad to have you back.
Thank you.
Also, yeah, that's that. You are good. Next, you go directly to UK.
Yes, unfortunately, we had to fly out to go to download in UK tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we have been to Switzerland a few times, played some club shows here and spent some time. It's just a beautiful country, you know?
Yeah.
So this is our first time, obviously, in Europe since before the pandemic, since 2019.
Yeah.
So it's just great to be back. And the fans are so excited.
Oh yeah,
like electric,
yes.
you know?
You can feel it directly to the stage, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. But first things first, I got a question for you I prepared a long time ago, since the album Unleashed, I think. And what I wanted to ask you since then is, out of nowhere, at least for me, the beautiful beard appeared out of nowhere.
Oh, yes.
And maybe you got some good beard care tips for the two of us?
Yeah, you know, it's funny because when I first grew my beard, we were recording the record.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just grow it for a little while, and I started noticing people started treating me different. You know, people. It's like I was scary for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm super friendly and I'm nice and I'm chatty, and for the first time, you know, like really big guys would be like, "What's up?" You know, I was like, "Wow."
And you say, "Hey, what's up?"
I was like, I guess I look scarier, so I was like, I'm keeping this beard.
Yeah.
Because now I'm actually scary, apparently.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, you know what? My wife was like, I like the beard, but you got to keep it trimmed up. So I always use wax.
Okay.
I use wax in it, otherwise it gets like big, like this.
Sure,
so you know, you got to keep it.
A bit of oil, maybe.
Yeah, oil. Yes, I actually, long story short, I have my own.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a company. I make my own beard products, so it's really cool. It's called Hawk and Hatchet.
Hawk and Hatchet.
Hawkandhatchet.com. So go check it out.
Okay, we have it on camera. That's
Got to
good.
do it.
Yeah, good to know. Now I'm satisfied. We can go now. No. What also catch my eye was Skillet exists since 25 or already 26 years?
Yeah, this is our 26th year
Already.
this year.
When is the birthday of Skillet?
October.
Okay.
So we just celebrated 25 years, which I can't believe. So thankful. I'm lucky I get to play music.
Yeah.
I never thought it would we'd be playing music this long.
Yeah, but how you celebrate 25 years? That's so much.
I think because of the pandemic, we lost track.
Yeah.
It's almost like we lost track of what was going on, and it was like, oh, we just had our anniversary. Like everybody forgot because it's like that. Those 2 years just kind of, I don't know, played with your brain. Like a time warp.
Yeah.
And so we really didn't celebrate, but we are putting together a pretty cool memorabilia, 25 years of Skillet, book with pictures and stuff, because it really needs to be celebrated.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
Stupid pandemic put it on hold.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Cool, very cool. And do you actually remember how this all began after such a long time? How this began with Skillet?
How is what?
How it began with Skillet after such a long time.
I mean, it was the 90s.
Yeah.
You know, and rock music, as everybody knows, was really happening. You had the Nirvana and Pearl Jam and Alice in Chains just broke on the scene, and it shifted rock music so much that people my age at that time were we just would set up in a room this big, you know, and call some friends over and we'd rock, you know. And that's how Skillet started.
Yeah.
And Skillet was a side project of other groups.
No,
and
I know, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
but
for fun.
Please tell.
Yeah, please tell. Okay. So it was just for fun.
Yeah.
And somebody said, hey, John, you should start a band with that other guitar player from this other band and write some songs. And we were like, okay. And somebody said, hey, it'd be like taking all these ingredients from different bands and throwing it into a big skillet.
Cook it.
Yeah, cook it, like eggs,
like
omelet.
Or in the pan.
Yeah, that's
the pan
right.
heads.
Yeah,
oh, yes.
That's exactly right. So that's how Skillet started, but I mean, the whole world has changed since the 90s. You know, there was really the internet was only just brand new at that time.
Yeah.
You know, music's changed so much, the internet's gotten our music now all over the world.
Yeah.
I never dreamt that was possible.
Yeah. Now we're here. And it is fucking possible, man.
Yes, it is.
So, awesome, really awesome. And yeah, the turning point of switching everything to music was maybe immediately or...
Yeah, I would say 1996, our first record came out.
Yeah.
1997, we were full-time playing
And then you had
music.
to decide it.
Yeah, we went, we actually decided that in 1996, the year before. Record came out, we started touring full-time, but I quit my job early 1997.
Okay.
And we did not have any money. It was hard, but we just did it.
Yeah.
You just went for it. It was like, hey, why not?
Yeah.
And I was young. I was 21.
And it felt right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, cool.
You got to do it.
Yeah, man.
You got a window. Make it happen.
Yes, you say it. Yes. And but with all these year numbers and everything, also came to my mind. Corey is also more than 20 years in the band with you guys.
Yep.
How is it? And that I have to ask really. How is it to be a married couple and playing together in a band, even out such a long time and everything?
Well, let's see. So we just celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary as well.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, about 3 months ago. Thank you. And I always tell people there's not many people in the music business married for 25 years. So I say it's like dog years. It's like 150,
yes.
150 years of marriage. But it's wonderful. I mean, we started touring together almost right away. We got married early in 1997. And it's hard, it's hard. And we raised our kids on the road too. So, cool. My kids have been to Europe with Skillet 3 times now.
Okay, cool.
And they toured with Nickelback in Europe and
nice.
festivals. And so the wonderful thing is you're always together, but the hard part is you're always together.
Yes.
In a bus, and it's difficult, and you just have to learn to get space when you can, and say, hey, because you can't in the bus. You're always together. So you have to learn to fight in front of everybody, argue, and it's difficult. But as we said earlier, I knew that's what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
She knew that's what we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
And we said, okay, we're doing it.
Yes.
And now my kids are old. My kids are adults.
Okay.
My daughter is 19. My son is 17, almost 17.
Yeah, and maybe also learn some really cool lessons like that, because not everybody has that to be in such a little place, and as you said, fighting in between others while they're watching and everything. Some good skills.
That can be kind of hard, but it's great because my kids have been all over the world with us. And so they get used to meeting different kinds of people, different religions, different politics, government. Yeah. People look different. They have different colored hair. They come to these festivals and everybody's got tattoos. Yeah. And my kids have just learned that people are different, and it's okay if you disagree. Yeah. Your family when you're on the road. Yes. With all these other bands. Yeah. There's the word camaraderie. There's camaraderie whether we believe the same thing or not. Okay. And I think that's good. It opens their minds. Yeah. And we've been so lucky, blessed.
It's really cool in this interview to say the phrase comes on almost again and again in my mind. So you see, everything is possible at least. Raising kids, being married, and everything, and in such a short place and everything. Really cool. Yeah. It takes work, but it's possible. Yes, if you want it,
There's a thing in my religion. I'm a Christian. Yeah. And my religion basically says this: that if God calls you to do something, like you said, I feel it, or whatever it is that you feel you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
If he calls you to do it, then he gives you the power
Yes.
to do the thing he called
Yes.
you to do.
Yeah.
So then you say, okay, nothing's impossible.
Yes, yes.
This seems like it's going to be hard. Bringing my kids to Europe, and he had to bring all their school books.
Yeah.
We had to pack their school. So my kids have been at festivals, and while we're playing on stage, they're
They're
inside
learning?
they're learning math.
Okay.
And I say, well, but you know it's possible. Because I'm supposed to do it, that means I can do it. And I think that that's pretty cool. Whether you're religious or not religious, I think it's an inspiring principle.
Yes.
You know.
As you say, for me, it's like burning for something. When you feel it like it is the right thing, you suddenly get more energy for that, motivation,
Yes.
everything, and you can do more than you would do in another place for everything else.
Yes.
It's really cool. Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah. You as a band, and so your music has been through a lot of all these years. It evolved and evolved. So as you, would you say you have arrived with your music style where you want to be?
Never.
Never. Because when I listened through all your CDs and everything, I thought there was such a huge change through all these years. Sure it is, but it was an interesting question, I thought. Yeah.
No, it is a good question because it does change a lot.
Yeah.
And I never expected that when I first started.
Yeah.
You know, I thought, no, it's just rock music.
Yes.
And then you start touring and you go,
Could
I think I
do
want
it
to try
then.
something
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
And then you listen to something new and you go, that's kind of cool. I wonder if I can incorporate that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I always like trying new things. But I do think there are some things about Skillet that are very unchangeable.
Yeah.
And I would say sometimes it's in our lyrics. You know, Skillet's lyrics are very, you know it's Skillet because they're very positive.
Yes, about motivation and everything.
Motivational.
Yeah. Stand up, fight for it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, believe.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
That's important to me.
Yeah.
And I see that in the fans. And we need that message now.
Yeah.
Pandemic. There's so much hate in the world.
Yes.
Economic crisis, poverty. Things are not great.
Yeah.
But I always want to tell people, don't give up. You know, there's always hope. And so that comes through in my lyrics.
Yeah.
That'll never change, I hope. I hope. But also, I think the kind of, that epic, the strings, I like the orchestra and that stuff.
A cool mix up, yeah.
I think that's a cool aspect of
Yes.
Skillet that has been on nearly every record we've done, even if it's in different ways. But who knows what we may do next?
Yeah.
Keep people guessing.
I think it's a cool thing if bands mix something new and not only stay the same always.
Yeah, I mean, there are some bands that I don't want to change, like Metallica.
Yeah.
I don't change. It's perfect.
Even they try something new.
They
sometimes.
do.
Yeah.
You know, but what they did was so unique.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That I'm like, you know, AC/DC.
Yes.
Don't need to change.
No.
But there are some bands that I think have been pretty gifted at switching. Bring Me the Horizon is a good example. Switching, trying this and this, and you hear it and you go, sounds like Bring Me the Horizon, but it's kind of different. You know, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
And I really like that. Papa Roach.
Oh, yes.
Some of my good friends. I love Papa Roach. They switch things up as well, and I'm a fan. You know?
Yeah. Cool. After this question, we have also a fan question.
Wie ist das bei euch? Schreiben ihr alle zusammen die Songs oder ist es so einzeln oder wie läuft das genau bei euch ab?
How do you guys write songs? Is there any, how you say, some kind of how you always do it, or is there also every time a kind of change, or only you writing it, or everyone writing it? And
You know, it's typically me and Corey.
yep.
Sometimes on my own, but usually together. And it just depends. Sometimes it starts with her. She's a producer, so she'll produce a track.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, she's really good. She'll be like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And I'll be like, "I love it." You know. Sometimes it starts with me, but I don't record music typically. I just have a melody and I'll sing something. I'll play it on an acoustic guitar, and I let her do the music. She's a lot better at that than I am. But for me, a lot of times it will all be about a lyric.
Yeah.
So when I wrote Monster, the first thing I had was, I feel like a monster. That I knew that was the lyric, but I had to find the right
Tune.
tune.
Yeah.
And that's how it begins usually. So for me, I would say lyrics are a little bit this much more important to me personally.
Yeah,
okay. I love lyrics, always have.
Very cool. So you have heard it, very good. Then the last thing that leads me to the Dominion album. As I've read in a few interviews, you have a clear message with Dominion you want to spread with. And what catch my eye was that it fits to many people. It doesn't matter which religion or belief you have. And if you want to tell it, for everyone who maybe doesn't listen to the album already, maybe they get a little glimpse of it or anything. And I think it's really cool message.
Yeah, oh, thank you. Yeah, Dominion, it is. It's a very wide range. I mean, to me, great art. You can take it one way, and I can take it another way because it's big. You know, it's broad. Dominion is really a record about not giving in to fear. And I think the best way I could describe it is this: that there's a lot of things in life that we can't control, like pandemics, right? Economies and food shortages, or I can't control that, but I know I can control my own heart and how I respond to it and how I treat my family, how I treat my friends, and loving my neighbor, you know, loving somebody that might not love me back, but maybe I can help them. Maybe they're in need, but I can help them. So there are things that I can control. And I wrote this, if I could share a personal story, because some of my friends really suffered bad during COVID, mentally. You know, a friend of mine, his daughter tried to kill herself. She ended up in the hospital. She actually did not die, but she did permanent damage to her body. She'll never be the same. She took so many pills. She was so alone and so depressed during COVID. And I just wish I could go back in time and tell her, do not give up. There's light at the end of the tunnel. I know it's hard, but you can make it. That's what Dominion is about. Do not give in to fear, you know? And that's where that freedom is about. You have freedom to rule over your emotions and your heart. You might not have freedom to rule over COVID, but you have freedom in your head and in your heart. And I want people to know that. I don't care what religion they are or what they believe about politics. I just think it's something positive that the world needs. So I hope people listen to Dominion, and I hope they like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool, really cool. Then we're at the end. Really enjoyed talking with you. Thank you very much for your time. And also for you who are watching everything, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, down below in the description you find everything, every info about the band. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I loved it. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I loved it also.
Great interview.
Really cool. Cool energy you got.
Oh, thank you. Likewise. That was fun, guys.
Yeah, really fun.